No, I know like a lot of guys. I've been friends with some people who've been canceled or whatever. A lot of people have been canceled. And you know what hasn't been canceled though? Subway sandwiches. That place that I've been eating for 20 years because a fucking pedophile told me it was healthy. And I just keep coming back. You know that place where you have a bite and you're like, I think that was food? Subway. Was that a sandwich or a melted wallet? Subway. It is. We found out their spokesperson, not just a pedophile, like super pedophile. Like if pedophilia was the NBA, he'd be the 1996 Chicago Bulls of pedophilia. We found out their bread is made from the same substance as yoga mats. We found out their tuna isn't real tuna, but they won't tell us what it is, but they told us the bread's made out of yoga mats. So what the fuck is in the tuna? At this point, they could bring Jared back. They could. Sorry, guys. Went away for eating too fresh. Let's just hope that's not how he lost the weight, everybody. You guys have been a great audience. I've done a lot of bad shows before. I did a show at the Fort Lauderdale Hard Rock Cafe and Casino. Yeah, I believe Lauderdale is Spanish for pregnant woman that still smokes. Think about a Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale. Hard Rock in New York and London has got all the cool shit. You know, it's like, here's a guitar Jimi Hendrix set on fire. Here's the microphone that Janis Joplin held. But in Fort Lauderdale, it's like, here's the napkin Fred Durst wrote the lyrics to Nookie on. And here's the dumpster we found vanilla in. And here's puddle of mud. Not even memorabilia. We just have them. We also do light yard work. I don't know if you've ever been to Florida before. Florida's amazing, you know, because it's got the worst white people, the worst black people, the worst Latino people, the worst Asians, the worst gays, the worst straights. It is the Epcot of people who should have been aborted. That's what Florida is. Like that, we would still have Roe if they just used Florida as an example. Exhibit A, Tampa. All right, people got to abort. But anyway, the show was very much like this show now. There's 3 comics. There's a host. I was going up last. I was backstage. The host gets backstage. He goes, hey, man, I just want to let you know there's somebody drunk. They're to the right. They're really out of it. And I'm like, motherfucker. Okay, fine, whatever. Comes back a second time. He's drunk. He's getting kind of like handsy with the waitress. I'm like, motherfucker. Okay, fine, cool. Comes back the third time. He's like yelling out punchlines. It's really fucking disrespectful. And I'm like, this motherfucker. Okay. I go on stage, I start doing my set, it's fine, right? And then I see this guy on the right, and I see that he looks fucking hammered. I can't see the rest of his body, I just see his face, because it's pretty dark. I'm like, this guy comes to my show, gets drunk, harasses the wait staff. I'm gonna fucking shit on him. I'm gonna roast his ass. I start shitting on him and roasting him. It gets silent. And that's when I found out they had gotten rid of the drunk guy before I got on stage. And I was just shitting on someone with cerebral palsy, yes. How'd I find out? His mom yelled, he has cerebral palsy! And I, in a panic, go, so do I! And everyone was confused. They're like, are there 2 types of cerebral? Does he have the not as bad cerebral? Does he have the Magic Johnson cerebral palsy? You guys have been a good crowd. Be a great crowd. Thank you. Not every time, not every time a comedian has a great crowd. I love when comedians flip out on the audience, but they don't realize they have like 10 minutes left in their sets, so then they go back into their routine like nothing happened. And if they want to get paid, they have to fucking finish. Where they're like, oh, you're not going to laugh? You're not going to fucking laugh? Okay. Well, I hope you have that, Jameson. You know what? I hope you make it a double. I hope you make it a fucking triple, motherfucker. You get in your Kia Sorrento and you go on the Sawmill Parkway. You start going 90 and a 60 and you hit some black ice. You put your foot down on the brake pad, but it doesn't work because I fucking cut him, motherfucker. And then you skid off to the side of the road in an embankment, and your seatbelt's stuck. And as the river from the embankment rises in your car, and you think of your family, and you pray to your God, you say to yourself, maybe I should have just laughed more at a fucking comedy show. So dating's weird. All right, thank you guys. Have a good night. Thank you. All my friends who came out. Thank you guys. Have a good night.